Hello and welcome back to Did You Now Gaming, your number 7 source for video game information. I'm your host Mason, and today we're going to do something a little different. As you might know, our editors keep dying in tragic ways. In fact, we tried hiring 10 at once this last time because the odds of all of them dying were pretty small. Well, the bus they were all riding on went off a cliff. There were no survivors. Anywho, you can probably tell we're doing a tier list. The tier list we're doing today is of criminally underrated video games. Comment down below if you have any fond memories of these. First off, we're going to be looking at Call of Duty Black Ops for the Wii. Honestly, I think it's better than any of the other versions for any of the other consoles. The Wii had such a good feel to it. The multiplayer was so much more fun and active. Unfortunately, that active multiplayer is no longer around. Last I checked, it might have peaked recently. I haven't been on recently. I should get back on. The graphics weren't amazing, but that's anything from that era. I think it would land in a solid B tier. Next up, we have Guilty Gear Xrd Sign Core Plus Judgment. I don't really like fighting games. I don't really like the vibes that this game gives off. It's kind of creepy. There's something about it. But my friends seem to really like it. Honestly, if they didn't like it, I would have given it an F. But I'm going to have to give it a D because my friends seem to like it quite a bit. Alright, next up we've got Vikings, War of Clans. You might have seen it in those advertisements on the computer. It seems like a little bit of a clickbait, but I found out that it was released for the PlayStation 4. It's kind of surprising. The gameplay was very innovative. It's kind of like a roguelike base builder type game where you play as an unnamed Viking who just has to keep building up his clan, and it's very fluid and it's got a very good feel to it, but it's got a bit of a clickbaity feel. The giant tree character's a little weird, but overall I'd say it's an A tier. Alright, up next we've got BioShock 2, a boring sequel to a boring game. The graphics are kind of bad, the gameplay is boring. Subject Delta, he's not interesting at all. He doesn't even say anything. Like, you can't have a game where the protagonist doesn't say anything. Little Sisters, they're pretty tedious. It's really annoying having to save the 10th one. Like, come on. I had to rush through it to get to BioShock Infinite, which, best BioShock game of all time. I think they should just leave it there. With BioShock 2, I'm putting it in F tier, honestly. It should go lower, but I don't have space for that. Next up, we have Paper Mario. Truly an amazing story. Heartwarming. Good gameplay. There is that one weird Princess Peach first-person shooter section. It's kind of weird. Other than that, I liked playing as Bowser. It's got a good story. Surprisingly fun. Good gameplay. Not a huge Mario fan, but S tier. Now we have Guitar Hero Weezer. It's kind of weird. It's got the Guitar Hero feeling. It's like a standard Guitar Hero game, which nothing's wrong with that. Everyone likes Guitar Hero. But being branded Weezer, there's only 4 Weezer songs, and 3 of them are just live versions of Beverly Hills. I don't know what they were really thinking. Honestly, I think they were going to do an ABBA Guitar Hero because there's about 10 ABBA songs on here. Everything else has nothing to do with Weezer or ABBA. But I have no idea what happened. I guess they just got Weezer to sign off and say they were able to use their name. Like I said, it's Guitar Hero. It's fun. It's good gameplay. The Rivers Cuomo NPC model, kind of weird. It kind of looked off. I don't know what it was. But it was lots of fun, lots of ABBA, A for ABBA. Now we have Ja Rule's Rap Factory. It's very innovative. The gameplay consisted of rap battles that you have to go through this factory. There were about 12 levels. It was interesting. You had to choose. It was like almost Ace Attorney type feeling. Like you had to put the right words in the right place and like deconstruct your opponent's rap. The concept was super good. And then once you got done with the main story, you were able to play the rap builder, which is an interesting concept. You build your own raps, which, I mean, the name kind of suggests it. It just fell short. Like, Ja Rule, yeah, he was voicing it, but it was very choppy sounding. Like, it just didn't quite connect. It was a very good idea, poorly executed. If it wasn't so poorly executed, it'd be higher, but I'm going to put it in B tier. Very good game, poorly executed. It should get a sequel. It honestly, very underrated. Up next, we have Boom Blocks. It's Steven Spielberg. You just throw balls to knock over blocks. It's a simple game. It's fun. It's S tier. There's not much else to say about it. Like I said, Steven Spielberg directed it. Like, come on. We've got Yakuza, Keyboard of the Dragon. Now, I'm a big fan of the Yakuza series. Like, come on, Gurio Majima and Kyario Kazuma. Pretty cool guys. Pretty cool characters. They're real fun. Now, this game, it's a weird departure for the series. Like, I mean, obviously, Like a Dragon is a big departure for the series as well, but this was between 4 and Dead Souls, so this was kind of far back. There's not really a story to it, and there's not really any reoccurring characters except Majima. Ironically, there's no dragon tattoos or anything. Like, where does the dragon come from? Like, it's kind of weird. It's a good typing game. Like, it's kind of weird, though. You need a Japanese keyboard to type anything. I think, in that case, I'm going to put it in C tier. It's fun, but weird. Now we have Borzoi Banking Simulator 05. I hadn't heard of this one before, but one of my cousin's wives gave this to me. It's weird. It's a weird game. I'm not sure what it's about. There's not really banking, and there's no Borzois. There's only border collies. It's kind of weird. And I think there's a hidden message, but I wasn't able to decipher it. Very weird. It's going to have to go into F tier. It's kind of creepy as well. Up next, we've got Assassin's Creed Juarez. It takes place in 1800s Mexico. It follows Miguel Rodriguez. There's a pretty big open world map. You can go and see the Alamo, but it's 10 years after the battle, so you can't really do much there. It came before Assassin's Creed Origins, and I can really see where Origins kind of got its foothold. Like, it started to really just get that interesting, like, open world, like, big exploration type Assassin's Creed feeling that it's known for. And for that, I think this is going to go into the B tier. Hold on one second. Up next, we have TF2. No, not that TF2, Titanfall 2. Even though this list is technically underrated games, this is definitely the only one I would call overrated. The gameplay is atrocious. Multiplayer is no fun. All these people running around with giant robots. Like, how do I get one? It's way too overpowered. They probably got it from like a pre-order or something. I can't figure out a place to buy it anywhere. Like, there's no DLC for me to purchase. It's definitely not worth the $5 that I paid for it. It's not fun. The campaign, pretty good. It was okay. And just because of the campaign, I'm putting it in D tier. Last but not least, we have American Psycho the game for the DS. It's based on the movie, and it's very well made. It's made up of a bunch of mini games, but it follows the movie almost exactly. It felt like I was watching the movie. The game was almost lost to history, but a friend of the channel, Red Scheib, rediscovered it recently, and because of that, we were able to enjoy this masterpiece. It's incredible. The gameplay, a little underwhelming, but like I said, you're essentially buying the movie. It's amazing. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. It's gotta go S tier. It's too good. Stay tuned for a possible deep dive into American Psycho, the video game for the Nintendo DS. And with that, our tier list is finished. If you have any disagreements or any other underrated video games, leave a comment down below. Hit like and subscribe for more Did You Now Gaming. Have a great day.